Alright, should be live now. Let me just pull up the old chat here. Hold on a second, boys. Come on, where's the stream? There's the stream. There's the stream. There's the stream. There's the stream in the bottom of the sea. That doesn't even work. Anyway, got the chat up now. And we're starting Red Dwarf. Gonna start with episode 1. Probably watch 2 episodes before work, and then I gotta get ready. So let's fucking do this shiznit. Here we go. Get that up there, and then there. And then pull that there. And then we're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, now. I love this classic Red Dwarf intro that they did for seasons 1 and 2. I love the image of Lister painting the ship as it pans out. Like, don't get me wrong, the later intros are good. That's one thing I actually like about the remastered series. Because, like, the remastered series I overall don't like. But I do like, in the remastered series, how they, what's the word? How they merge the 2 intros. That's, like, the one thing I like that they did in the remastered series. But I love all the practical shots. Like, that's the thing they did. They, like, spent their entire budget for Series 1 and 2 on, like, flyby shots and, like, on-location shots. They toned it down a little bit more. I think with Season 2 they reused some of the ones from Season 1, but the flyby shots are really cool. The End. That's the name of the first episode. Yes, sir, I've been around. Listen, have you ever been hit over the head with a welding mallet? God, Lister is so childish, I love it. Sorry if one of my messages got deleted in the previous stream, but yeah, you've gone a long ways to go with organizing your media collection properly. Yeah, I sure do. God, I love how petty he is. Obstructing a superior technician by palming, clicking, and being quiet. The later seasons, they like changed the set of the ship so it looks very different than it did in seasons 1 and 2. Although it still looked fairly similar for a lot of the series. It's just later seasons they do kind of revitalize the way the ship looks a little bit. Which I guess you could chalk up to the nanobots. Does this look remotely like a 14B? This is a 14F. Are you blind? This is a 14B. I knew you meant your Andy. It's fine. And then he puts the wrong one back. Yep, that's working. Nasty chicken soup. I think Lister's dreadlocks are, like, fake that he pins on, because, like, when he wears his hat, I guess he could have him rolled up under the hat. But, like, sometimes you don't see him at all. I mean, sounds like he did well on the test to me. Is that it? Yeah, you said you were a fish? No, it's a chicken. Yo, Todd Hunter, get down. Todd Hunter is a very underused character. I mean, granted, it makes sense given the context of the series, but yeah. What year did this come out? This season came out in 1988. And one count of mutiny. Stepping on his foot is a count of mutiny, according to Rimmer. By the way, Rimmer is my favorite character by far. I love, like, Rimmer and Lister are both great characters. Like, all four of the main characters are fun, but ranking them, I'd say Rimmer, then Lister, then Crichton, then the cat. Although Crichton's not going to be in it till later, obviously. Like, he'll appear in Season 2, but won't be as good until Season 3 when Robert Llewellyn plays him. And he wasn't a main part of the cast in Season 2, he was just a one-off. I try to respect Rimmer, but he's such a smeghead. Yeah, it started in 1988. Oh, Rimmer, you are a smeghead. I don't know what insult Rimmer said there. Big lig? Like, what the fuck did he say? You big lig? Ah! You know, they go into more detail in the novels about George McIntyre's death. Apparently he killed himself. I do like how George specifically wanted them to play, they wanted him to play this song at his funeral. You know, so long, goodbye! Really? I thought it was Mary, Queen of Scots. No, I think his dreads are real. I think he just must have them rolled up under the hat when he wears it. This is not cheating. It's just copying the entire textbook onto his arm. Why don't you turn your body in and have them mark that? This is one of my favorite shows of all time. I've seen it so many fucking times. Like, this is the show that I've rewatched the most. You had the wrong parents. Whose parents did you have? From the lines you're quoting, the show kind of reminds me the first couple seasons have 80 humor, yeah? You know, Chris Berry was like the only one who had acting experience before this show. Because Lister was like a comedian. Kat was a musician. Since always. He never buys any soap, deodorant, or socks. And breed horses with a sheep and a cow. No, with horses and horses. It's only 3 feet they can wade. Most of the cast of the show were first-timers. Yeah. You know, another thing, with the older with seasons 1 and 2, they specifically didn't want to make it too sci-fi. It was basically just the odd couple in space. Stepped on his foot again. There's another count of mutiny. The scutters are cool. It's dumb that they replace them with CGI in the remastered version. Oh, I love this. I've done this joke before where you make someone think that they got the coin, where you put the coin on your head and make someone smack themselves in the head to try and prove they're intelligent, and then you take it off so that they don't realize. Captain Hollister is one of the better characters that from the original crew. That's why I like that he comes back in season 8. The H for hologram was fucking huge in season 1. They made it smaller each season. This is actually pretty smart writing to introduce the idea of a hologram before having Rimmer be a hologram. Imagine being able to watch your own funeral. But I still don't understand why I didn't use the one I wrote. Wrote his own eulogy. I don't want you to think of me as someone who's dead. Think of me as someone who's no longer a threat to your marriages. Holly's a great character, too, in season 1, 2, and 8, though. Girl Holly's not as funny as male Holly. Like, actual, like, OG... Norman Lovett Holly, great character. Hattie Hayridge's Holly's okay, but Norman Lovett's Holly's so much better. But from what I hear, he was a pain in the ass to work with. But then he did come back for Series 12, though. And for the movie. Sir, it's Rimmer. I'm turning you in, Rimmer. And writing the entire textbook on your arms and legs just seems so eccentric. Can't even read his own sloppy-ass handwriting. Yeah, Rimmer's great. Gordon Brittis is good too. Very similar characters, but different in their own way. But Chris Berry's funny. That's how you spell fish. And then you just keel over. I'm sure it'll all come flooding back to you. I like the old uniforms from Season 1 as well. And I do think I tend to prefer the older ship design over the newer ship design. There's the non-human life form. Again, I actually think it's pretty well written the way they establish things in this first episode. You know, the cat running out of the cupboard there? Like, they were trying to get the cat to go for the bowl of milk, but it kept running away, so that's why eventually in the final take they use, he just ends up grabbing her. No modems or speaking slide rulers. Again, it's weird the technology in this because it's in the far future. Although exactly when it starts is inconsistent because Red Dwarf is crazy with his timeline, but doesn't matter because they'll be 3 million years from that in a minute anyway. That guy giving the thumbs up reminds me of the guy in Invader Zim who eats the apple when Dib's taking the test. I do love this, though. He just fucking handprints it, signs it, turns it in, and then faints. And here's where we see the first Rimmer salute. What predictions did Red Dwarf predict that actually came true? Well, nothing really. It's set in the pretty far future, so it's not like it predicts any current events. Like, a lot of the stuff they have is intentionally ridiculous. So there was originally a deleted scene where Lister was much more flirty with Kachansky, like lowering her chair and stuff, but they removed it. I think that Season 1's Lister and Kachansky relationship I liked more than the later season's portrayal. I like how there's a little snow globe with the ship in it. That's pretty cool. He's so stupid. He actually took pictures of it and had it processed in the ship's lab. Captain Hollister's like the only American character in the original crew, though. You know, in the novel, Captain Hollister doesn't exist. Instead, there's a chick, and her name is Captain Kirk. Even though the novels are its own continuity, there are elements of it I accept as canon. Would you put it back together again when you're finished? Lister, the cat would be dead. With all due respect, sir, what's it in for the cat? I planned it. Oh no, he didn't say that yet. In the remastered version, for some reason, they removed the part where he calls him sir there. "18 months in stasis." In later seasons, they retconned it to 6 months in stasis. Again, it doesn't really matter because he ends up in there for 3 million years, but, you know. This explanation for stasis is actually pretty brilliant, too. Again, stasis is much more interesting than cryo-freezing. I mean, it's much more effective, because cryo-freezing does exist in Red Dwarf too, but stasis is more effective, and the novels make that pretty clear too, of why they use stasis instead, because you can do it for longer. And thinks he just got in when it's literally 3 million years later, but that's how stasis would work. That's why it's weird to think that stasis would be a punishment. I guess because you'd miss all the time that you were in there. Everybody, Dave. Everybody's dead, Dave. Everybody's dead, Dave. Dead. Everybody's dead, Dave. Peterson isn't, is he? Gordon, everybody is dead, Dave. Gordon Bennett, yes, Chen, he's everybody. Everybody is dead, Dave. He's dead, Dave. Everybody is dead. Everybody is dead, Dave. Are you trying to tell me everybody's dead? I should never let him out in the first place. Such an iconic scene. And you know, the remastered version removes that cool guitar music, too. I've been eating half the crew. Oh yeah, I didn't recognize him without his report book. I've still got that library book. But if she were alive, the difference would be insurmountable. I planned it. Not unless it snows and you need something to grip the path with. So insensitive. What you mean, technically speaking? There he is! There's the boy! We know that's not true, though, because in Season 7, when Kachansky switched places with Lister, Lister was still there, and they still couldn't repair the damn drive plate. You know, he was supposed to be in grayscale as a hologram, but they couldn't afford that with the budget at the time. So that's why they did him in grayscale when he was at low power mode in the movie. The comics have him in grayscale as well. You never used to do any of those things anyway. Well, I could have done one day, murderer. What's an iguana? I mean, you're dead, but you're not dead, are I know the sort of things you like to touch. No way, Rimmer, forget it. A smeghead. This is before they introduced the concept of light bees, but in the novels, light bees are a thing from the start, obviously. Here comes the cat. His introduction is a lot more fleshed out in the novel as well. How am I looking? I do like the cat. The cat's pretty good. I think the cat's funnier in the earlier seasons, though. I'm looking nice. My shadow's looking nice. Yeah, in the novels, they find the entire cat city and find him there. Obviously, with the show, with the pacing being different, they had to introduce him a little bit more abruptly, but... you know, there's like an American release of the novels that have like the cat with like a cat head, which, again, so clearly they didn't understand how the character was supposed to look. His ancestors were cats. He's descended from cats. He is a cat. Who's the most base character in the show? I guess Rimmer. Even though Rimmer's a coward. There's no, like, particularly based characters in the show, though. That's the thing. Actually, no. The cat is the most base character. What am I talking about? The cat is completely self-centered, doesn't care about anyone else. He's the most based. Lester's good at making the best of a bad situation. The Holy Mother? The virgin birth? No, she wasn't... No, it was a big black Tom on Titan. It's not Cloister, it's Lister! It's Lister the Stupid! Holly, plot a course for Earth. Or plot a course for Fiji. The slime's coming home! And then that's episode 1. And I do think it's clever. It says the beginning, since the episode's called The End. It says the beginning at the end of the episode. It's also the beginning of the series, so it makes sense. I love the theme song to the show because it's completely nonsensical. Like it seems completely nonsensical, but it's clearly like about them going to Fiji. In the sun, 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 fun, fun, fun. In the sun, sun, sun. There's like a second verse of the song too, but I don't know that one as well because it doesn't really play in the series. All right, that was episode 1. And now we're moving on to episode 2, Future Echoes. And I did play all, so it's just going all at once, so we're already on the intro. Again, I like this pan out because it shows just how fucking massive the ship is. The novels go into detail. The ship is like nearly 6 miles long, 6 miles long, 5 miles tall, and 3 miles deep. It's fucking huge. And like that asteroid on the bottom of it is like actually like part of a small moon. I do also like these like recaps at the beginning in season 1 and 2. They were gonna do something similar to this with Hattie Hadridge's Holly, but they scrapped it. The same IQ as 6,000 PE teachers. I like this, like, futuristic version of my darling Clementine. You've got a lisp? I like how the vending machine can malfunction to have a lisp. That's a bucket. God, I love Rimmer. God, you're a disgrace to the species. That was not a 4-minute conversation. The pixelated effect on Holly is only in Season 1, and I think that's why they refilmed his scenes for the remastered version, but the refilmed versions suck. It's so much better to just watch the original. Give him a fucking beehive haircut. And again, that line is an inconsistency with Series 2, but you could, I guess you could look at it as a suicide attempt that his father did, rather than suicide. He was really, really, really thrilled to meet me. That's his grandma, which again would have to be adopted given the context of the other seasons. That is funny though. It has the dog, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's my dad." It's like it's a close up of the dog. Fucking with him, making him think dogs are these huge abominations. Out there's his robot goldfish. Honestly, robot goldfish isn't a terrible idea, because when you think about it, that way you don't have to take care of them and they don't die. Is this the only episode with this robot goldfish in it? I don't remember. They might... I think they might... It might be. You'll probably get one looking like that. Have you actually seen it? Gotta have the Rimmer salute. Like a complete and total tit. This is a recording. Bleep. I don't know who Helen Shapiro is. There's Taki Toaster. Again, Season 4's Taki Toaster is better than this Taki Toaster, but this one's still pretty funny. Imagine if there was an actual burger that you can have intimacy with? That sounds awful. Why would you want to fuck a burger? Love how petty Holly can be, too. Switch me on, switch me off, like I'm some battery-operated sex aid. They're so thick? No. It doesn't screw the way your eye up though it used to. Depends which one was better qualified. I like how the Channel 27 hologram actually does show up later. And like he says groovy funky Channel 27 as a joke, but that's actually the tagline for the channel. Whoppers are better than women? Okay. Or the ants haven't taken over? Well, you'd fit. And he does become king of the cockroaches in the novel. Yeah, you know there's a fan magazine called the Ganymedean Titan because of this song. It's also the name of a hotel in the series, I'm pretty sure. I love this. He's putting shaving cream on instead of deodorant. Oh yeah, Talkie Toaster was in Series 12 as well. We get another good flyby shot. The flyby shots are really good in the first couple seasons. Well, I mean, the flyby shots are usually pretty good, but the first couple seasons have a lot of them. Whoppers are better than having a family, and that's no cap. That's no. Just no. Almost hit an asteroid. I do like how Holly has an IQ of 6,000, but is clearly the dumbest character in the show. But computer senility. That'd be so trippy, seeing, like, your reflection in the mirror not matching up with you. Future echoes are a really interesting concept, too. I think it's pretty cool. The nice thing about the fact that I haven't shaved my beard in forever is that I haven't cut myself shaving in a long time, because when I used to be clean shaven all the time, nicking yourself shaving is a common enough thing. Marijuana gin. With nothing, or things that don't matter. Scream my name. Pouncing down the corridor. Yeah, that'd be so trippy, too, just not seeing yourself in the mirror. Just this, and the other 10 racks. This. I'll just have to do without it. You can take 2 suits and that's it. Stay, you'll come out, you'll be dead. 2 suits is dead! If I cut off my leg and leave it behind, can I take 3? What? How did I do what? They also have a lot of, like, unique insults in this show, like Gimboid, Goit, Smeghead, obviously. Shut up! What things? I said what? How did I do what? You are space crazy. Well, it probably is deja vu. It sounds like it. Is space madness real, do you think? Because it's in fiction quite a bit. There's this video been in my recommendations as of late that is Andrew Tate in an episode of South Park. Yeah, I haven't watched the actual clip, but I've seen it on my Twitter feed. Ugh. Again, Future Echoes is a really unique concept. Oh dear. What's LS? Light speed. Smart ass. Jim and Bexley. I like how Talkie Toaster's being such a smartass about it. Stasis, please don't leave us with Rimmer. I love the Scutters. Yeah, again, I love all the long, like, hallways and staircases and stuff in the ship's old designs. Imagine, though, seeing your death, or if someone saw your death in the future. Do you think Chris Chan didn't do freaky stuff with his mom? No, I think he probably did. But I don't really have sympathy for his mom because his mom was a piece of shit. I love how he is loving this. He's loving the fact that he saw Lister die. Or thinks he saw Lister die. I won't wear a hat. I can live without a hat. It has, will going to have happened, but it hasn't actually happened yet, actually. And when you think about it, if you heard you were going to die soon, you would want to try see if you could prevent it. I love Rimmer just relishing in it. Apparently Chris Chan got out of jail recently. Yeah, he was bailed out. Looking nice. Ah, he sounds like Steven. Wants to kiss himself. That's a whiskey bottle, but it's just a gray bottle that just says whiskey on a label. Okay, that's how he broke his tooth, shoving his face into the desk. Who was it that bailed him out? I don't know. My tooth, I think I lost my tooth. The handicap it used to be in the olden days, it doesn't screw your career up like it used to. Throwing his own words back at him like that. You're going to do the biggest splits you've ever done. You're blown up. Bits of you do. I've had a prawn vindaloo. I got a one-up on him on that. I've never read a book. Got a one-up on him there, too. Well, having a family is not one that I've done, so I'm with him on that. Now, little traveler, rest your head, for just like me, you're utterly dead. Emergency. There's an emergency going on. I'm going out the way I came in, screaming and kicking. You can't whack death on the head. If he comes near me, I'm going to rip his nipples off. I think the soundtrack to the show is underrated. They're pretty good at making the scenes atmospheric with the soundtrack. And I like this old design for the drive room, too. The new designs aren't as cool. I mean, granted, the Season 4 design is fine. And you could argue it's another floor of the ship with another drive room, maybe, but I don't think that's what they're going for. I think there's only the one drive room. Ah, dog attack. There's old man Lister. I mean, I am. Well, thank heavens you got all your Marvels, Lister. I like how both his sons were going to be named after Jim Bexley Speed. Yeah, but one of them dies. I love this, how he just fucks with Rimmer. Come closer. Didn't tell him what happened to him. Good shit. Holly, you're a goit. I'm a what? And he gives Rimmer like a dumb, like, bowl cut. Again, also, I like that the future echoes get further in the future the more they accelerate, and once they slow down, it gets sooner. It's got like a Ringo Starr hair. Or like, I don't know, Donny Osmond or something. Alright, that was Future Echoes, Episode 2. I have to start getting ready for work, but I hope you guys enjoyed this short little Redeye Theater. Have a good one. Toodles!